y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are on episode 11. Holy.
Can't even do that anymore.
You gotta start using fingers and signing.
Double one.
Episode 11. Thank you for everybody that's been on this journey with us and stuck around to listen to three idiots talk about sports and what we love most. So we're going to start how we normally start off. Back with the old Red Bull. I have the classic Josh One value pack, or variety pack, I should say.
Yeah.
Watermelon?
I got strawberry apricot. I've never had it.
Well, I guess you guys are going to have a flavor burst, and I'm going to have normal.
Hey, tropical worked out.
Tropical is great. Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Strawberry. I'm just going to sample it first. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Here we...
Josh, why are you feeling so tropical this week? Is it a special week or something?
I just can't put my finger on it. This one's too sweet.
Chug it.
Doesn't? I already did.
Oh, I was about to say.
I took a sip of it first, though.
Should we bring this with us? Should we bring this with us?
I should have just settled.
No, we should.
I didn't think I had enough, and I was like, I had to go
Yeah.
back. And
We should bring that with us. I'm putting it in my bag.
bring it with us where? Tell the people. Tell the people.
Oh, yeah. We're going to Mexico. We leave on Friday.
Oh, baby!
So
Gonna be a good weekend.
Riviera Maya.
yeah.
Here we come.
we staying?
Lions Jaguars party.
El Dorado
Suites. There's swim-up bars.
If any of their employees watch the podcast, just
Yeah,
we'll be there.
ready.
Hook us up.
Be ready.
Please have the Lions game on somewhere.
Yeah, we're bringing something, right? You doing that situation you did last year?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, at worst case, we'll have a big room party, but hopefully they got some type of swim-up bar with a TV or something.
That would be
We'll
nice.
take it over.
Be nice.
How do they not have TVs in the swim-up bars at the last place?
Apparently they don't play football in Mexico. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't care.
but it's
They watch soccer.
El Football.
Yeah.
Something to get a bet on.
Yep.
So,
Spin that shit.
yeah. I will not spin it.
No, we'll get it up so Callie can touch the button. Callie, come here and push my button.
Yeah, here, let me get it up so you can push my button.
Okay. No problem.
Get it up. That's going to be no issue.
I thought we were going to wait till the weekend, but
I'll let you hit it.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Oh, it's comfy. Come on, baby.
come on, baby. Uh-oh. My first L.
70.
My first L.
Skipper.
Dan Skipper. That's who we're going with here on the
7-0. No, there's got to be a good
Oh, boy.
I will say Skip did step in and have a wonderful game at left tackle.
He's a big man.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not even going to try this one. I got nothing.
It's got to be a Michigan lineman.
I got nothing.
Baseball,
My first thought was, I think Zach Zinter's wearing it with the Browns.
hockey.
He's not.
25 best NFL players to wear 70.
Also, there's going to be hockey players that wore it. I mean, what, Larkin's 71.
Zach
so we're
Martin.
Right there.
Zach Martin. That's a good one.
Well, we're going to remove it, and I'm going to respin it.
Yep.
You lost your spinning.
Logan Mankins. It's a big name for the Patriots.
I deserve to lose spinning privileges after that. I saw it coming, too.
I mean, heaters end eventually. What number?
Did you get,
36.
did you get balloons again?
Did I?
No. I just heard the clapping, and
Well, that's what happens when.
I would have gave you balloons.
36. I think 36. There's got to be someone 36.
36. Some bummy running back.
Hockey. I'm trying to think of an old Red Wing.
Damn.
Got to be baseball.
Pitcher. That's like right in the middle
What's,
of. There's got to be something.
What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a shitty number, but someone's got it. What number is Bates wear? Isn't he 30?
39.
Oh, yeah. It's 30. I ain't got it.
I'm out.
A goalie?
Oh,
So a goalie had to have worn it.
There, you're right. That would be a goalie.
Every time.
Yikes.
Every time. Oh, Jesus.
Shaq wore it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheed.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I still
the
30 to me.
championship, but
I'll tell you what. Jerome Bettis.
oh, nice.
Oh,
There you
there's a good
go.
one.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
the only. I'm
The
like
bus?
running back. That's the only one I can think
Yeah,
of.
Sheed with the Pistons. Shaq wore it? Where do you wear it?
His last
The
season.
fucking Celtics.
Yeah,
Celtics?
the Celtics.
That's it.
Lawyer Malloy, Brian Westbrook, Benny Blades.
Brian Westbrook.
That's about it.
Yeah, he did.
That's a good one. Brian Westbrook.
Yeah.
Good. I love Brian Westbrook.
Leroy Butler. it.
Awesome. Well, sorry, that was a fail for us.
We did our
We
best.
apologize. We did our best.
Hey, that's why we do the wheel because it's
You'll learn
But-
something new every day.
Since there's no Michigan game this week, and we're not going to talk about Spartans because all we're going to do is the spread for that one for you guys. So we're going to play a little game here. Callie and Josh don't actually know what questions are coming.
have no idea what the
I
game
don't
is.
know what questions are coming, but they're going to pop into my head. And this is going to be a fun game for us because we are going on a large company trip. Is there 25 of us total?
Might be more, but around there.
So I
Roundabout.
believe there's 22 real team members and plus ones are significant others.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start this off because here at Real Team, we are very good at selling houses, but we also like to party. So question number one.
Do a little bit of it.
Question number one. Does Rocca have over or under
Over.
or under 6 drinks from the time we get to the airport to the time we land in Mexico? Over under 6.
Over.
Okay.
The airport bar counts plus flight.
The time we get to the airport to the time we land in Mexico.
I got to be honest. I'm driving him there, and I will make sure over.
All right. I would have said over as well.
How does he have 6 before the flight?
I'll peer pressure him into my Delta Sky Club.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
have
if he's
to.
going to have I don't know if I have 6 before the flight, but I know he will have at least 2 on the flight.
It's all about does Rocca. I don't know if he's a pee on the plane type guy.
He have a bladder of an infant.
So that's where this really the answer lies.
See, that doesn't matter to me because I sit on the end. I just get up and go.
He
I
might
don't
be
care.
one. I could just see Rocca being one of those weird,
I don't move.
don't want to pee on the plane types.
I drink. I just don't pee.
Yeah,
I just hold it.
I just go.
That's fair. Pee in the pool.
You can't. No,
Over, under.
Don't do that either.
Do over, under 12 people in our party pee in the pool.
Over. You guys are
Over.
all sick fucks.
Over.
I found out 2 trips ago that you guys all are fucking peeing while I'm talking to you.
So,
I'm gonna make
Kim
sure.
asked
I think the correct number would be like 4 that don't.
Over under me peeing on Josh 10 this weekend.
Yeah, 10 times.
I'm gonna go
Minimum.
over on that one too.
Yeah.
So Kim asked me last year, she's like, how does nobody have to go to the bathroom? I'm like, they are. Everybody's peeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's peeing right now. Look.
There was a side note too. Kim was freaking out the one morning because the pool's all cloudy and she blamed it on pee. And I was like, "Did you realize it rained all night? At the same time? Now everyone was peeing, but it also
I mean,
it's not the reason.
the
for
gross
me.
thing was when you were up at a balcony, the swim up pools are a little more green,
Yeah.
and the other ones are blue. That's fucking gross.
So
I understand there's a lot of chlorine in it. But you guys are fucking.
there's a big
nasty.
difference between peeing in the pool and peeing into the pool.
Yeah.
Into no in.
Plus minus 0.05. Someone peeing into the pool.
In our group,
Richie's
better
coming.
not.
Does Richie count us in the group?
Richie counts for us.
Over.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Richard's going.
As
All
long
right.
as it's his own pool.
Who is most likely to get lost
Yikes.
this trip?
Tom.
No, Ginger's coming.
Oh.
She'll keep him in order.
He will be on the resort.
Lost.
Rocca.
It's
For sure, Rocca.
Yeah.
Like
It's Rocca. So we actually had this conversation yesterday. He's like,
Who's he rooming with?
Tom Novak.
yeah. He said he's gonna be just a nomad at times, dude. You know Rocca. He's gonna have a good time, but he also is gonna
Nobody's
go off
going to
on-
know where he's at.
He goes off on his own.
Yeah, he'll have that shit grin on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be like, "What the fuck did you do today?"
Where did you go?
Are you looking up the...
I'm looking at the list.
Yeah.
I gotta-
It's Rocca, without question. I would say Ty, but Ty, I don't think... Ty's too scared to leave us.
Yeah, Ty's. There's also not a lot of 6'3" former defensive ends wandering around Mexico.
What about Goody?
Nah, he'll be in check. Nicole's gonna be there,
Goody,
and he doesn't drink.
he also will have like one drink.
Mhm.
Now, it all depends on what kind of
Marijuana.
drugs he takes from the
Well-
Mexicans.
I gotta imagine he's gonna try to pack some marijuana in his bag.
Yeah, give that guy some of those shrooms he took up north.
That's what I'm saying.
Those are banned
well,
from ever being around me
the
again.
question was who's going to disappear, who's going to get lost.
Who's gonna get lost?
So, I mean, someone could just drift away into their room.
I think Rocket gets lost because he
Yeah.
goes off on his own, and then he's gonna forget how he got there.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he's gonna call. He's going, I don't know how I got here.
Yeah, it's gonna.
How do I get back?
I think this is a pretty sure bet.
Yeah, Raka.
All right, well, that's easy. So this one's a toss-up because I think it could be Rock as well. But over, under, who is the first person to black out this weekend?
Oh, I can control this one as well.
You can, however, remember
First.
remember Brian May.
I think I might double on Brian
I'm also honestly, if we're talking first,
first.
it's
So I'm going to
be-
throw a curveball at you guys.
What about
I'm-
Devo?
I was just going to say I'm throwing a curveball at you.
If Amanda wasn't going,
I still
I'd
think
say
I don't
yes.
think it matters.
I think it matters a little bit.
There's
That's
enough-
only because she's gonna make him leave by the time he is on that.
So I am going to say a person who we have seen black out before, and I think it's going to be Ty.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. It's
'Cause
very doable.
He's your roommate.
Yeah,
He's
that's
going to be
also-
forced to drink when he starts
Yeah,
waking
yeah.
up in the morning.
Yep.
He's going to have tequila and vodka in his room.
And he's also he's not used to
And
drinking the
he
way
is
I'm gonna make him
not
drink.
used to going after it because we have got Ty very, very drunk before.
Yeah.
To where like he stumbles.
So this is I mean it's Friday.
Oh, dude, Ty's
It's the
gonna-
first to black out.
Somebody is going to black
It'll
out.
be
Friday.
it'll be at the pool. We
Yeah.
get what time do we land? 1.
noon their
around
time.
there. I'm gonna
So
black
we-
out,
so
but
we
I'm gonna
got-
be like fourth.
So we got 4 hours because we're gonna have to eat a dinner.
Well, we're not doing a team dinner.
I thought we do 1.
We're not because they wouldn't accommodate the
They're
reservation.
gonna try once you get there. But
We're going to try once we get there, but we have
But that would be
nothing
the day we try.
Yeah, probably.
Correct.
Because Saturday
First time.
just needs to be a shit show.
Friday, you
blackout.
just start getting after at the pool,
Yeah.
but you chill a little for But
I mean, I puked last year, and it had nothing to do with drinking. It was because of the amount of food that I ate.
I mean, it was
That's
a mixture
buffet.
of eating the raccoon. That
I think
we're
I'm still
eating.
gonna go B May, but Ty's a sleeper.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna.
I think Devo's in it too.
and I can assure you guys too that even though I picked B May, I'm gonna try to make Ty win. So
Good. I love that bet. And then what was my other one? I had one more question. I forgot it. That's okay. All right, I'll throw it in here. Whose spouse gets mad at them first?
oh god, I hope they're not.
We're
following
making it
us- following us.
controversial.
Well,
You guys both can control this as well.
Uh-huh.
I feel like
I know Kim's not gonna get mad at me.
every vacation I've ever gone on, we are like hate each other on the way to where we're going. I don't think that's gonna be this one because I feel like we're
You're not gonna see your wife.
why
Well, you'll see her when you go to sleep. That's probably it.
I got to drive with her to the airport.
Yeah, but
That's what I was
I mean,
saying.
when we're in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
When we're in Mexico.
oh, okay.
I know the flight.
No.
No, everybody argues on the way to the fucking airport.
that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm going to try to get out the door, and Kim will be trying to do something.
Right, exactly.
There's two.
I'm still going Devo.
I think Toko listens to this. I'm going to say
Oh
Toko.
god, you're right. That's the toss up.
I don't know, man.
Are we wearing the outfits day
so-
one?
We are
No.
wearing those
If we were wearing the outfits day one, it would be Toko.
So it is the wife is mad at them.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a wife. It could just be a life partner, man. Or in 2024.
Or it could be the roommate. Ty could be mad at Callie.
Yeah.
Or no.
That ain't gonna happen.
All right, Tommy
Novik and Raka might be the winner.
No.
They're gonna fucking hate each other by the end of it. Like that's, and I love them both. They're both great guys. But Raka's already been like, I might sleep on your guys' couch at some point. Novik, same thing. And like, they're rooming together, and they're both already looking for outs of that room. So we'll see.
What about the newlyweds? What about Courtney and Berko?
Ooh,
Nah.
Nah, they're too.
it's possible, but
They're
they'll-
just going to
they'll-
be drinking.
They'll keep it under
Yeah,
wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible. Brian May won't care, but it is possible that Katie hates him.
I feel like the people that have been married for a while, just your wife always hates you. So
Correct.
it's just
That's what I mean.
like-
Is we won't know. She'll keep it under wraps.
She loves you, but she definitely doesn't like you.
Yeah, right.
Like Ginger
Yeah.
might get mad, but she'll just kind of
You will
disappear.
not know.
Yeah. All right.
We-
I'll go Devo just for fun.
All right. All right. Well, I don't want to keep this game going too long because we could keep going, but I don't want to upset any of
And
the
yeah,
folks
most
we're
people
going
don't
with.
know who the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah. And I don't want to upset any of the folks that do listen to us that are here.
Yeah.
This is just fun and games. We love you all very much and cannot wait to spend a couple days in Mexico together. So we're
R&R.
very much looking forward to that. Leaving Friday.
All right, so we're gonna hop into the Detroit Pistons, Detroit Red Wings section here. The other sports. We're not full tilt into them as of yet. But did you guys watch that game yesterday?
I did, man.
Did you actually watch it, or did you just see the highlights of it?
I watched it live, and it was what sucked too. What takes away? I mean, the ending was unreal. We all know that the ending, but the Pistons, they needed that win because they were up 18 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were up 10 late. Tyler Harrow just went nuts, and it would have been a bad loss. So, the ending crazy aside, it was really good to see them on the right side of one of those games. For those that don't know, it was just unreal. Tyler Harrow, we were up 6 regulation. He hit back-to-back threes to send it to overtime. Great overtime period. Big plays by both sides. With 10 seconds left, they go for last shot, and Tyler Harrow makes a 2 with 1.8 seconds left. So, Heater up 2, 1.8 seconds left. And Bickerstaff drew up a beautiful play. Alley-oop to Duran from sideline out of bounds. Duran catches it, dunks it. Perfect, awesome play. I think everyone was guarding the three-point line. So that ties it up, right? And Eric Spoelstra, I think I heard him on the radio. 17 years. He completely put the blame on himself, and deservedly so. But he called a timeout. They didn't have any left. So we got a technical free throw.
The old Chris Webber.
Malik Beasley stepped up and buried it. Big win at home for the Pistons.
123 to 121.
Yep.
Tyler Hero had 40.
Tyler Hero went nuts. Side note, I'm sure people saw the highlights, but Tim Hardaway Jr. got roughed up. It was one of the most violent basketball plays I've seen, and it was just completely a fluke play. There's not to make light of it, but there's a viral, like a joke video a couple years around that went around where it's a soccer goalie and he keeps getting hit in the face with shots. Hardaway takes a charge, gets elbowed in the face. They don't call it either way. He gets back up, switches to the other side of the lane, takes another charge on Tyler Harrow. He gets elbowed in the face. On his way down, he hits his head off the back of Duran's knee.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm pretty sure Duran might have knocked him out because then he slams his head off the court.
Oh, man.
And
I didn't see any of that.
The only reason he slammed his head off the court is because I'm telling you, he might have been out and he might not have control because it was bang, 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 and then all of a sudden, good news. They said they did the CAT scan, all that stuff. He's good to go, but had some stitches and the back of his head was bleeding, and they took him out in a wheelchair. It was scary.
That's
But,
wild.
yeah, it was. I've never seen anything like that at a basketball game, but heard the news today.
That's
that he's
insane.
okay.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have not watched a single Pistons game yet this year. I've watched. I've seen highlights. I've done that, but I haven't sat down and been like, oh yeah.
I mean,
I put them on Sunday. I had Red Zone
mean,
on one TV, and then I had
I was gonna say, are they on?
too.
What are they on? Are they on?
FanDuel right now.
Bally's, it's FanDuel now.
Is it?
Same channel, yeah.
But I
So
did
I
just
don't-
see
I don't have it.
I saw the news today that Diamond Sports affiliate with FanDuel
Yeah.
bought
Same.
them.
Yeah, it's basically still Bally, whatever. It's the same people that have always owned Bally's.
But I did see a price in there I didn't like
Yeah, pretty dumb. They're offering single games now.
for $6.99 a game.
Yeah.
So what they're
It's
is that
just-
what they're charging for a month?
It's just they're charging I think $20 a month, but so obviously if you do more than 2-3 games, you just get the monthly package if you're in that situation.
And how
But
much is that now?
I think it's 20 a month,
Oh, so
but
it's the same.
but yeah, they're offering
But if you
single
wanted,
games.
if you wanted to watch
Which again, they were talking on the radio. What's a scenario that you would ever need
one single
game? Only thing I can think of is you're not a sports person and it's a holidays and you got family coming over on Thanksgiving or something like Christmas. I know NBA's big on Christmas, but yeah, just a a weird scenario.
but the
When would you ever be like?
Pistons aren't playing on Christmas.
When would you ever be like, oh, I want to watch one game?
Nope.
So
Because if you wanted to watch it, it'd be like a playoff series.
again, especially for $6.99.
Right. And if you're
just get the
right,
month.
right,
So,
exactly.
No,
They just need to figure their shit out.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are, I think they're kind of where we thought they would be.
grinding.
Pistons are 5-7. The Wings are 5-6.
Yep.
I think both teams are kind of just right
6
there.
and 7 Wings.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I want to say it took to like mid-January last year for the Pistons to get their fifth
Yeah,
win.
I
I think
mean,
they were 5-29.
Yeah, they were.
I
5-20.
honestly didn't think they're gonna outdo what they did last year.
yeah.
I mean, I know with the new coaching staff and all that, they look different.
You're seeing the coaching staff impact, and you're
100%.
seeing the impact of having a couple of guys on the team, some
Yeah.
veterans that know how to win. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
and shooting.
Yeah, Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., all three of them shooting, all three of them veterans, all three of them have played on teams that win. So,
I will say Sunday was kind of crazy. They should. They should have won that game.
yeah.
They had bad shooting at the end, but I've never seen a team get back-to-back miss free throws on purpose and get the rebound.
Yeah.
Pistons did it twice.
Yeah.
Cade got the first one. They missed a jumper. Tobias got the rebound, got fouled, went to the line, but we were down 2. Or we were down 3 at that point?
Yeah.
We were down 3 at that point. So, no, we were down 2. He missed the first.
Yeah, and then he made one. Tobias got sent to the line, had to make 2 to tie, and
Yeah.
missed. So,
Missed the first, missed the second on purpose, and we got that rebound, but
Yeah,
did
and-
not.
Do you think the Pistons will have a 3-game winning streak this year?
the way they're looking, yeah. I mean,
I think so.
they came real. If they win Houston Sunday, they got it. So,
Yeah.
and let's be honest too, the schedule's been tough to this point. They've played a lot of tough teams. So, I'm sure there's some pocket there in the season where they play some bad teams. But yeah, I mean, the other thing with Sunday that was apparent was Duran was out for a couple games, and we were getting just bullied on the boards.
The
So,
offensive boards that was frustrating.
having Duran back yesterday was huge.
We gave them, I think they got 3 offensive boards in the same possession, which was
yeah.
insane. That put them up 5. But either way, like I said, I think both teams are kind of on par to where we thought they should be or would be. I haven't watched hockey at all. I have watched Pistons a little bit. I can't get into the Wings yet because they didn't do anything and they don't look, I don't know.
6, 7 and 1. Nothing's really standing out. Just Larkin scores every time I put him on our sheet.
That's true. He does do that. But they seem to lose those games.
Yeah, I mean, they've been 14 games. Just looking at stats here, just to go off of that, Larkin's got 9 goals. He's a -3 player right now, though. So it's like even our top lines aren't doing good. DeBrinket's got 6 goals.
Random Dylan Larkin got some side news this week. 5-star local kid, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Trey McKinney, 5-star basketball player. He came out to announce his college decision, and he came out. He gave everyone a hint that was paying attention. He came out in a Red Wings Dylan Larkin jersey, and then he chose Michigan. So kind of cool. As soon as I saw him come out, I was like, Dylan Larkin, you guys know where he went to college, right? And people were like, I was like, Michigan, easy. And he chose Michigan, so it was cool to see. But
That's cool.
first big recruit for Dusty May.
Nice.
Yep.
Anything else to touch on those guys?
No.
That was actually longer than I thought we were going to go on that, so good shit, guys. I think we should touch a little bit about Saturday's game with the Wolverines, and then we'll get into NFL. So, I mean, yeah, man. Take it. How was the atmosphere?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It was tough. I mean, Indiana, their stadium's cute. They got about 50,000 fans, but they were packed.
I was
They
going
were
to say,
loud.
it's really
when
a
they wanted to be.
weird-looking stadium.
Yeah, it's all concrete. It's just they're all on top. It's not a big place.
Is that the first time you've been there?
It's the second time I've been there. The last time I went, Michigan beat them up real bad. Obviously, this time was a different atmosphere. Last time it was half full, and they were leaving throughout the game. But it just one of those. I was happy to see the way Michigan adjusted and the way the defense played in the second half. They showed a lot of fight. A lot of the young guys really stepped up. But then, yeah, it's always something this year. There's always something that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Something that it's like couldn't run the ball at all. I mean, we're playing Indiana, man. At what point you got to be able to, pound the ball down their throats, and we just didn't.
What does Michigan do well?
That's the thing.
That was it.
What's their identity?
On offense, there is none.
Nothing.
And it's tough. It's a tough watch. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was just, I mean, what was the spread? 15.5 or something. A lot of people weren't giving Michigan a chance at all. And that's the way it looked at the start. They looked like they might run away with it. And a couple big plays made it at least interesting.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I don't think Michigan by any means is a great football team, but I don't think Indiana is.
no, I don't either.
Either. I think they're fraud.
Yeah, and I
So we'll
think,
find out when they play Ohio State.
yeah.
I mean, they got 2 games left. I mean, they've won. And they're beating the people that they're put up against. But I just think that if they get into the college playoffs, which probably looks like that's going to happen,
I mean, Michigan's their biggest win this season, and they beat them by 5.
and Michigan
at home, like,
is still might not even make a bowl game.
yeah. So that's what I mean. I mean, they're the only thing that was impressive about Indiana coming into Michigan was obviously they're undefeated, but they were winning their game. They were winning the games they're supposed to by a lot. I think they hadn't scored less than 31 all season. So for Michigan to hold them to 20 was impressive.
Yeah.
But you can only have so many moral victories.
Do they got Ohio State this week or next week?
It's this week.
Because Michigan's got the bye, so they got them this week.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think Ohio State's that great either.
I don't either.
Like
So,
even Oregon, like Oregon's good, but they haven't been.
I mean, everyone watched that Ohio State Nebraska game. They barely
Right.
got out of there. They barely beat Penn State. I mean, so
They're still I mean, they're getting the dubs. Call it what it is, but I just don't think there's that team that's just unbeatable this year.
the college football playoff rankings again were updated yesterday, and 4 of the top 5 teams are Big Ten.
Yeah,
4 of
which
the
is
top
which
5.
is gross because like
And it's like, I get it, but this is the one time, and I hate the SEC, but there's going to be a lot of rumblings about the SEC teams having 2 losses, being below the Big Ten teams of 1 loss or no. And the reason being is, do you think Indiana's a top 5 team?
no,
Do you
No.
think Penn State's a top 5 team?
not at all.
Do you
No,
think
they could have proved it.
You watch football, you know that those aren't.
Ohio State's a fringe top 5 team?
Right.
Oregon deserves it. But yeah, to have those 4 teams all in the top 5, it's
but,
tough.
But also, like, I don't think Tennessee's great. They're gonna,
That's
you know what I mean, and I feel like they're in that same group.
100%.
And
And
they'll,
that's,
you
yep.
know, and I think is it Georgia that plays on this week or next week?
Georgia, Tennessee this week.
So I feel like they'll get more losses, but it's just like
Well, I mean, Georgia just had their second loss. I mean, there's no actual powerhouse in college football anymore.
The tough
not this year.
Yeah, no, this year's weird. And the tough thing right now, and a lot what the SEC teams are complaining about already, is that Indiana, and I mean Indiana deserves to be 5. Let's face it. But if they lose,
How far do they drop?
they set a precedent this week that they're going to be ahead of the 2-loss SEC teams. And I mean, you got 1 loss, and they're like, well, what does strength of schedule even mean? Well, sorry. I mean, you play your conference schedule. Like, I think I want to say it's
But what's the strength of schedule right now? Because Alabama's lost, LSU is losing,
Yep.
Georgia's lost twice now. Like, okay, yeah, it's the SEC, but the Big Ten's not a bad football team. We won the fucking national championship last year.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, every conference this year is down.
And also, I think I don't even know who Ohio State. I saw something floating around on Twitter. They were judging Ohio State for playing a 1-7 team 2 weeks ago, which is a Big Ten team, and then you turn around. I think
Yeah, Purdue.
Alabama's playing Mercer or somebody this week. Like,
Yeah, it's just-
like, so just again though, the way the college football playoff the rankings work, there's gonna be a lot
Yeah.
that's gonna happen in the next couple weeks. So
I mean, I like madness, so like I'd love to see Notre Dame lose to Army.
yeah, I'd love it too.
I'd love, Alabama's got 2 losses. Georgia's got 2 losses.
It's wild.
Texas, they're 8-1.
I saw a
I-
scenario where LSU can still
Still
win
good.
win the SEC, and they're currently ranked like 15th.
Yeah, they're 6-3.
Which-
they're 21. Well, 21 on like the AP top.
Don't forget
25.
the way the playoffs work too. If they win the SEC, even if they're the
You're
12
in.
or the 11, they're
Right.
top 4. They don't just win. They get a bye.
Right.
So
Yeah, Oregon, Ohio State, just Penn State at 4 is just.
yeah, they're just.
But the fact too that Penn State's 4 and Indiana's 5 and Indiana's undefeated, that's just like.
Yep. It's wild. That's what happens when you have so many teams, though, and you don't have any divisions in your conference, and SEC and Big Ten are both looking at it like.
You think Colorado gets in?
If they win out,
Who's there?
What?
They got They got a big game, right? Utah.
They got Utah, and Utah, we all know they play some good football.
Utah got fucked this week, right?
They lost real close to BYU, and they were
Did you see
The
the end of
shitty
that game?
penalty.
their AD.
2 back-to-back, right?
Yeah, their AD came out right away and started talking all sorts of shit about the Big 12 conference. So I didn't watch it, but
I saw the replays of those two plays. They were bad.
It was like a safety and a sack back-to-back,
yeah.
and they got like a very shitty holding call on the secondary. And
I was driving back from Indiana and I saw that BYU was up like 20-6. And I was like, oh, they're going to win. And then they lost 21-20 or something. Like,
yeah, it was close.
my first thought was, how did you not score in the second? But, yeah. We'll see, man. A lot's going to fall. A lot's going to happen.
So we got bye week, then we got Northwestern, then we got Ohio State.
Yep.
I mean, they need one more win to get a bowl game. Is that even? I mean, what's the morale of the team?
I mean, you can see
no one thought-
defensively they played hard.
Yep.
Will Johnson going to play the rest of the
No.
year?
I don't think so. They're still saying that it's injury. They're still saying he wants to play. I'll tell you what, Colson Loveland made a statement yesterday, which maybe a guy like Will Johnson sees it, or if he. But they asked Colson Loveland straight up about playing out the rest of the season, and he said, after all Michigan's done for him and all the fans have done for him, if he's healthy, he's playing. He owes it to him. Now, in that being said, and I hope that everyone finally, it's 2024, can wrap their brains around this. It doesn't include the bowl game. And Michigan fans that saw that quote and got all excited, I know that the bottom 10% of them are going to turn on him when he sits out the bowl game. But just know, we're 6-6 team at that point. If we were 6-6, at this point, not only does the bowl game not matter, but you should honestly, he's leaving. Right. You should honestly enjoy the next guy getting reps.
Correct.
Bowl games now, if you're not in the college football playoff, it's all just another month
It's a sneak
practices,
next year.
prep for next year. So they're almost doing you a favor by saying, hey, I'm opting out, I'm done, let the next guy get reps. Instead, you got the dummies that are like, oh, I really wanted to beat, Mississippi State and the fucking Cheez-It Bowl. It doesn't matter anymore, guys. It's not, the 90s. Unfortunately.
Unless you're in the playoff, right?
Yep.
And that's the thing too, is that you're going to get a lot less people sitting out because they're you're in the playoff now. So instead of just 4 teams playing, you got 12.
Yep, and that's the everything, all the changes they made. There's pros, there's cons, there's give and take, and
Yep.
but yeah, that's the one thing is that if you're not in the playoff, your bowl game means nothing. If you're a pro guy, it's almost dumb to.
Yeah.
So be prepared for that, Michigan fans. You're not going to see Loveland. I'd be surprised if you see Grant.
What about what's his name? Redshirt freshman, quarterback
Jaden Davis.
You think he gets any playing time?
I don't think so. I mean,
Because he can still see some without
he can.
killing his red shirt, right?
He can.
You don't think they throw him in and
I don't.
get him in the field so he doesn't leave? I feel like that's more so what
I don't know.
why I would do it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a package for you. We'll get you in a couple.
Maybe you mean bowl game?
Anything
I could see it
between now and the end of the year. Just getting him in to know that hey, you're part of the future.
If they see him as part of the future, I could see it in the bowl game. I don't know if I see it in the next 2 weeks. But
Yeah. My only thing is you just don't want to throw him into the fire in the bowl game. Let him get his feet wet.
I would just say
Give him a few throws.
Give him a package that he's running, whatever.
yeah, and that's the reason I say it is I think the mentality of bowl games and people need to grasp this is you're shifting to the next year. You're shifting towards get this guy a couple reps. So we'll see, but I don't see it. One of the things I paid attention to all season with the way our quarterback situation is Michigan they don't hide it very well, and I mean not that they should. In warm-ups, they got 6 or 7 quarterbacks at home, 4 or 5 on the road, and they pretty much go in order of the depth chart. And Jaden Davis hasn't been top 3 once all season. He's usually 5th. So he's still traveling with the team. He's still very much, seems into the game and not, but it's just no signs of him really playing yet. But
What's your? We talked about it a little bit before. What's your thoughts on getting Belleville?
Underwood?
Yeah, Underwood. Throw it at a percentage.
I'd say 20%. Biggest thing is happy that Michigan's playing ball. I'm happy that we're in the conversation with NIL. I
am
think
too.
a big factor is he's got a really close relationship with the offensive coordinator at LSU. He's the main recruiter for him, and he's openly said that it's a big part of the reason why he's going there. And rumor is that he's probably going to take another job, East Carolina. So I think the weight on that is LSU is still on the outside of the playoff. So I'm kind of hoping for LSU to take an L here soon, just to knock them out, and maybe that guy announces.
Give us a better chance.
Yeah.
That would be great. That would be great.
Ooh.
I think it's a little higher than 20%.
I mean-
just because I do think either way, whether they make it or not, if he goes to where's it, East Carolina?
East
Yeah.
Carolina, yep.
I mean,
Pirates?
it's pretty much set in stone. He's going there, right?
It is pretty much set in stone. And
I mean, here's the thing too. Like, this is a high school quarterback. Like, there's no guarantees that he's going to be.
And
legit.
that's the
You know what I
thing.
mean? Like,
That's the scariest
That's why the
thing.
NIL just makes me laugh. It's like you can pay all these guys and do whatever, and it's like they could be shit.
And I'll tell you what, you're already seeing some of the NIL efforts because Michigan's on a heater. I mean, the only positive thing Michigan has going for them right now is recruiting trail the last few
yeah.
weeks, and they're getting some big names. They're getting some all in Underwood's class, and another big one. There's a borderline 4 or 5 star receiver named Derek Meadows that is committed to LSU as well. That we were his second choice, and there's some rumors there that maybe he comes. So
That'd be cool.
maybe as Underwood, we're also going after one of Underwood's teammates at Belleville. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think,
So fingers crossed.
yep, there's a chance.
And the Bellevue fans want him to stay in Michigan. I don't know if you guys saw that post.
Yeah,
They do.
About 90% of the crowd.
They got a big game. They got Catholic Central this week.
It'll be, I think, the winner of that wins the state championship.
Well, they got to go through the Cougars
They ain't
before
winning
they
the state championship, brother. I'm sorry. They ain't that good.
before they get there. So I mean, calm it down over there, all right?
Side note: whatever happens to Bryce Underwood, Michigan's going to get a transfer portal guy too. So
Yeah.
I don't see him rolling in next
I
year.
saw
with-
the USC
with-
kid,
I would take him with open arms. Miller Moss.
Yeah.
Miller Moss. They
Yeah.
benched him, and
Yeah. There's
he's
a lot of
entering the
rumblings.
transfer portal.
Hey, just bring them all in, man.
Yeah.
Let's have a competition, and
After all the
it's got to be
flack,
better than what we had this year.
yeah.
you know?
After all the shit the coaching staff took this year, you better believe they're going to be
They're gonna
very
have 9
active
fucking
regardless.
quarterbacks. All right, well, let's get into the fun of the weekend.
Oh boy.
Sunday night, Detroit Lions, Houston Texans. Was just a fucking game.
I'll tell you what, too. Michigan loses Saturday. Michigan basketball loses Sunday, a tough one. Pistons lose Sunday, a tough one. Oh, man. With the way that Lions game started, I was like, fuck this weekend. What a terrible weekend. And, did they save it? Did they ever save the weekend?
I mean, I think every text box is like, "What's going on with Goff? What's going on?" I'm like, he just doesn't have it today. It's
Before
just,
we
he's just
jump
off
into
a
the
little
game,
bit.
say the stat that you said.
Oh fuck, man! So I'm heading in on Tuesday, and Monday, and the stat from the ticket was Goff has thrown 4+ picks, 7 times in his career. 4+ picks in one game, and in those 7 games, he is 7-0.
That's insane.
That is
my
fucking,
quarterback, man.
That's insane. Oh, that stat was. I had to.
It's wild.
It's mind blowing, dude.
And I'm going to sound like a quarterback saying this, and Jared's talked about it a couple times this week. Everyone keeps throwing the 5 picks at him, 5 picks, and I was like, okay, the first one was a tip pass in the flat.
Great play.
Second one was a fumble that went forward that ain't bother. Why would you bother reviewing it? It don't matter. The third one was a Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, I'm like, as much as it's on Goff, I'm like, it seemed like the Texans had 15
can
players on the field.
Talk
Like,
about all of them.
yeah, like the last 2, I was like, okay, he had the right decision on the Laporta throw, let him a little too much,
Yes.
little contact. If he throws the J-Mo deep ball towards the sideline, it's going to be a pass
that's-
breakup.
Even that one, I'm like, J-Mo, he doesn't know. And
Yeah,
I know he's a fast receiver. He's great for us. He made huge catches in that game. But the one thing he does not do is go attack the football.
yeah,
Go at least make an effort.
He needs it to come.
that
Sit in the basket.
that for the first 3 quarters of that game, though, it felt like the Texans had 15 players on the field on defense. Like I couldn't believe how much they're shutting the run down. They were pressuring Goff.
Everything.
Everyone was covered. It was like, and then the Lions, man, They found a way to
Well,
settle down.
didn't it feel different though? Because in games like that, you're just like, oh, they're fucking toast.
Oh yeah, that's
And
happened.
they score, and you're like, we're still in it. Golf's
Yeah.
playing bad. You're like, we're still in it though, because again, like you said, the picks they're bad, but they weren't like terrible.
It started just the way Minnesota did this year,
Yeah.
but instead
lasted
of
longer.
it lasted way longer. Minnesota was 2 drives, and this was fucking 3 quarters. Like,
And how about the Aiden Hutchinson-less defense?
yeah, he's still
not-
top 5 in sack or top 5 in
but
pressures.
Just saying though, not letting up a point the second half to the Houston's offense.
Yep, it was.
And I understand they're missing some people, but like,
Carlton Davis, veteran, made
He
2 huge
had a-
plays.
He made a ton of huge plays.
he did.
Like in the run game,
Yep, Branch too.
there was a couple times I thought it was Branch and it was Carlton Davis setting the edge. I was like,
damn.
that's awesome from
Yeah.
a corner.
Yep.
Corners don't do that in today's football league. Most corners don't.
Yeah,
And we got 2 corners that want to hit.
yeah. There was the one play. I'm sure you guys saw Brian Branch set the edge and like ducked under his blocker and took
And took the legs
Mixon's
out.
legs out. It was like, oh my god, dude.
That's the other.
That was
thing.
his first hit, and that's when they were talking about him being pissed off and all that.
Well, that's the other thing we like in this game defensively. No, like Stroud had it going in the first half, but they couldn't run the ball.
Dude, Mixon had 25 carries for 46 yards. Like,
And what did he get? 30 of those yards in that first series.
Yeah,
like
like-
it was two nice runs, right? Or no, yeah.
he had
But
one long catch. But yeah, just unreal to shut them down. And it looked like in the first half, like Goff was seeing ghosts. In the second half, Stroud was. So
yeah, I mean, and you look at their stat line. I mean, just 56 yards rushing for
Yeah.
Houston.
yeah, and
Just wild.
He's averaging 100 plus a game.
Yeah.
Mixon
Yeah.
was.
150, I think it was.
yeah,
He's been having. He was in the conversation of the best acquisition behind Henry.
Yep.
How about J-Mo on the 2 big catches he had?
Dude.
The one, yeah, man.
The one he got rocked from the front and then rocked from behind. I don't know how he held on to that ball.
And still held on to it.
He's 160 pounds, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they broke him.
He
Like,
got hit by a linebacker, speared into a
That's
safety.
That's why he needs to be downfield. Just stop getting hit by big guys.
But that's what he's supposed to do.
I know.
He's that guy.
Hey, and
The one thing I laughed about too, and we know Lions fans, every Lions fan, like, it's 3rd down and long late in the game, last drive, set up that game-winning field goal. Anybody that didn't know that ball was going to St. Brown, like, I had flashbacks to the Rams game last year where he ended in the playoffs.
yep.
Everybody, and then I saw a breakdown that Orlovsky did. He does really good breakdowns on Twitter of that play call and exactly what the Lions did and Ben Johnson did to scheme St. Brown. And, like, you can imagine if you told the Texans, oh, by the way, biggest play of the game, you're going to have St. Brown one-on-one with the linebacker.
Yep.
Oh, you're fucked. Game over. And that's exactly what happened. They schemed it absolutely perfect. And he runs, fakes like he's going to drag across in front of the linebacker, gets him to take 1 step. Sinks, goes outside, easy catch. So just easy money. Ben Johnson, just a masterclass, unreal.
And let's not forget to talk about our bricklayer here in Detroit.
Oh my goodness.
What a clutch 2 field goals.
Good old master.
I had
Master Bates.
a shout out to the fans as well, obviously, because we had a couple buddies at the game, and Don he said he was even with the goalpost, but on the side.
Oh, jeez.
So you already know, one, they turn the screens off if they're behind the end zones because they don't want the players, they don't want it to be a distraction. Maybe they'll have the opposite one on. But he said that the screen was off. There's way more Lions fans there on the road. So he goes, usually you listen for the cheering. You know if the away crowd's quiet, it made it, if they cheer. There were so many Lions fans there that he just saw the kick go up and everybody fucking cheered. And he's like trying to look to see what team was cheering. And yeah, just said it sounded like they made a field goal. at
Well,
home.
I missed it, but Golf said that there was a false
called false
start
start,
because of how crazy the crowd was.
It was in the 4th. You just heard the crowd building up, and then you started hearing "Let's go Lions."
Yeah,
It
you
was
heard
like,
the "Let's go Lions"
What's
chant.
going
Fuck, yeah.
on?
And out of all the games in the season, this was the one I'm like, Detroit's not going to be able to travel there. Like, it's a good team. People aren't been giving up tickets, and
We still travel.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to Indy in a couple
Indy's
weeks.
going to be a
and
home game.
Indy's
for the
so
Lions.
close.
Indy's going to
It's
be a
gonna
takeover. Man.
You're not going to see it as much because it's blue on blue, but it's going to be loud. Like, I'm excited.
There's going to be a lot of Jared Goffs.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of Lions.
Yep.
It's going to feel like a home game, which is awesome.
8-1 though. We're in the driver's seat for
Never
the 1
in our
seed.
lifetime.
I mean, it's unreal to think that we stay on this pace. 2 home playoff. You got to buy 2 home playoff games.
Yeah.
It's all right in front of us.
Campbell got interviewed. I don't know if you guys heard this either. And he's
Yeah.
talking, and he said,
11
we got
games left.
11 games, and then the 2 interviewers got quiet. They're like, I think we're all doing the math right now. And he's like, yeah, that's through the Super Bowl and getting the bye.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh yeah, the next 11 games. He was saying it just like that's
expected.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yep.
And someone mentioned today, like, do you want the bye? It's like, fuck yeah. In football, you want the bye. You need your body to recover,
I was gonna say,
especially
we need
having that early bye week.
Man, we could spend this entire episode talking about the Lions too.
Yeah.
Like, shout out Dan Campbell, what he did for Zadarius Smith. Like,
That's pretty
it's
cool.
coming out. Like, so it was Zadarius Smith's bye week with Cleveland, and he's from Florida. His house got hit by the hurricane. Hadn't been able to get home the last 3-4 weeks. And when they found that out, they said 2 days personal, let him go home, let him go to Florida, let him check on his properties, let him rest his body. Even though you could tell he wanted to play, everyone knows what the expectation is and what the goal is. To win that game without him and keep him,
Well, and then shout out to him as well on the sidelines. He
Yeah,
was a coach on
that's
the
awesome.
sideline, dude. Like the whole game.
I think that's huge for him too to get. I know he's not playing, but that's another week of getting the calls, figuring out what they said, everything that they do, and then coaching the fucking D line. That was incredible.
he looks like the absolute perfect addition for that. And then as far another Dan Campbell thing, that his original quote has been floating around a lot this week about biting kneecaps off and
Yep.
dragging them out to the abyss and treading water. Like, that's what that game was, man. Like, everything he said in those quotes.
We'll get hit in the face, knock us down. We're coming back up. Like
talk that game. Like, what the
epitome
hell?
of it, right?
And I mean, it wasn't just we're down, we're back, we win. It was down, almost back, another pick, down. Like, there were so many emotion swings in that game, and every single time Lions got back up.
Yep.
And,
So you were at you were at my house for the Minnesota game.
Yep.
When I didn't watch the field goal.
yep.
I did the same thing. Griff was over, and I swear to God, Griff's head went through my ceiling. Like,
Dude, both of them.
For which one? Bolt, dude.
no, the winner.
What did
I think it
Tirico
was.
said? If that thing was painted twice,
One more coat of paint.
it would have shanked.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
and it was right pylon, left pylon. Like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
can we just hit it in the middle? Just
Oh, those
get-
are 250-plus yarders.
I mean, hey.
52 and 58, unreal.
And then Campbell's other interview, I keep going back to it, sorry, but he's like, we tested him, like all through the week. And he's like, we would test him further than that. And he's like, I would just, I knew things that like got under his skin, so we would do things to make him upset. And he's like, he would just be locked in.
Yep.
He's
and
now
he said,
14 of 14.
There's a
he
split
also
screen.
said too, if he's making a kick farther than that and he misses it, that's not on him. That's on the coaching staff because of inclement weather. He's going to do his kick. He's going to do everything the same. We need to put him in a position to be able to hit that kick and not put him at 60 plus.
Yeah, they showed a split screen of Campbell on the kick,
Yeah.
and as soon as he saw it go up, he knew. Like, he was very confident. And Goff pulls him aside, and they talk for a second,
Yeah.
and they had Goff on the radio. They said, "What did you guys talk about? If you don't mind sharing?" And he just said, "I just let him know that we're different. Like, that's why we win games like that now."
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
just unreal.
and we could talk about this
All
all day, right?
Yep.
But the one thing, Goff, you know how hard it is as a quarterback throwing interceptions and bouncing back.
Yep.
He threw 5,
And then he led three
and then he led
drives to
3
win the
drives for scoring drives. That is
game. Well, and if you
it's just you don't find guys that can do that very often.
and you hear him talk about it and Campbell, and it was like Goff was like, I was playing a good game. It was 5 like shit plays, like,
Yeah.
but my reads are there. What I wanted to do was there. They just made plays.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I wasn't mad. Like, obviously he's mad about the pick, but it's like they made a play. Like that first play with what that guy, what was his name? He was fucking everywhere.
Shazier.
Petre.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like he made a play on the ball. You know what I mean? Like good for them.
There was another Ben Johnson masterclass. We're like third and 10 or 11 from our own 10 or 15 yard line late in that game, and he designed that swing pass to Gibbs.
Oh,
and
the swing screen.
Oh my goodness! And then the screen later to Montgomery. You can't set up two better plays than that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just
The swing
Penny
screen.
Sewell, yeah.
That's what I
Dude.
was gonna say.
just
He blocked two guys
He's
on that.
incredible.
Gibbs was literally 2 inches from breaking that for a 70-yard touchdown,
Oh.
because they were too scared to take on Sewell, which I don't blame them.
I want to give Sewell like offensive player of the year. He's incredible.
So much fun to watch.
He is incredible to watch.
And now the Lions get a little
Daniil Hunter got him once.
Jaguars, Colts, Bears. It's setting up, man. It's going to be no letdowns.
I mean, the
But-
other thing too, I know we talked about it last week when we were talking about the Heisman Gentry, or
Yeah.
how he stands like
Yeah,
he's a
Gentry.
psycho. Gentry. Yes, sorry. That's exactly how Gibbs stands back there.
Correct.
Yeah.
They did the
He's
they did the
yeah,
split
right,
screen during
right.
the game.
He's psycho, man.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, I think he's trying to look at the defense. I'm like, he just looks like a psycho, just standing up straight before he gets the ball.
He doesn't look athletic. He doesn't look fast, and then he gets the ball. And it's
Then
like,
he's gone.
Ying.
And the
And-
thing is, like you've at running backs, you've learned there's always like a certain way to do things. But at the end of the day, as long as you aren't moving, and as long as you're not giving away what you're doing on that play,
Give a
you
fuck.
do what the
Well,
fuck you want, man.
but he's doing it every play.
That's what I mean. As long as you're
Like, he's
whether you're pass blocking,
he's
run
consistent
blocking,
with it.
right, left, as long as you stand the same way every time,
Right.
do whatever you want.
Don't put a foot. Yeah, exactly.
So
And then just to hit on our running back duo, 122 carries each. It's just the perfect balance of, Sonic and
yeah,
Knuckles.
I love it.
And it's an incredible. And, going into the season, like, is Monty our one? Like, is there a 1A? Was there a 1B? And I think Gibbs is really taking fucking steps this year.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
I think Gibbs is our feature back, or our one.
Yep.
And Monty's the closer.
and it's also we've seen it.
Or who's hot, really.
That's what it's certain
It's
games
odd,
are
yeah.
going to call for certain things.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest, we couldn't run up the middle against the Texans. They were stuffing between the tackles for most of the game. So
Yep.
it was more of a Gibbs game. There's
Right.
going to be games like, you play at Lambeau or anything like that. You might see it more as a Monty game. But yeah, I think it's riding the hot hand.
So we're 9 games in. Do Gibbs and Monty both get over 1,000 yards? Right
Think
now, Gibbs is at 727. Monty's at 520.
I think they do. Now
I think they do.
the flip side is, do we clinch the 1 seed with 3 games remaining? It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is. Craig,
I don't expect that.
I would
but-
love to have Hendon Hooker and Craig Reynolds start
Yeah.
against the Vikings.
Yeah.
I also, though, I don't know if giving 2 weeks off is a good idea.
They won't start the game. They'll play the game.
I
they
think
won't start the
I
game.
think that they'll just peace
Yeah.
out people,
Yeah.
Correct.
right?
Yeah, they're big on staying, in rhythm and
Right.
keeping the routine. So
You also don't want to get hurt, though. So, yeah, so absolute love it. Then, you're going to the game in 2 weeks. We're all going to not miss the game. We're just not going to be in Michigan for the game. But yeah, man, I'm fucking stoked. The schedule looks awesome.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, we were talking trap game Chicago potentially, in between Buffalo, San Fran. But hey, we could have something great here.
Yeah. One more player shout out, just because he found out pretty late he was playing left tackle in the National Football League, and we touched on him earlier. Skipper came in and he had a great game. Like, he wasn't noticeable.
Is Skipper 7 foot?
He's
He's
6'9",
6'9".
I think, 6'9" or
He's
6'10".
just so big, man.
Yeah.
But to step in and play
Just a
left
mauler.
tackle in the National Football League and play at a high level like that was impressive. And I know he's kind of our Swiss Army knife. He splits out a receiver and plays tight end.
Reports.
Reports eligible. No, it was just an all around great win. It embodied the city and what we're about, and this team has done exactly that. Put your head down and work hard. When shit ain't going right, try something else.
This week, you think it's going to be a similar to Tennessee, or you think
so.
it's like it can handle business, take care of it?
Also, I haven't seen if Trevor Lawrence or Mac Jones is playing. If it's Mac Jones, very similar to Tennessee.
Yeah.
If it's Trevor Lawrence, maybe they put up a little bit of a fight for a little bit. But Tennessee's defense was as better.
Were we home against Tennessee?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
And Tennessee's defense came out and actually
Played well.
stood up early, and
Yeah.
I think the Lions are due for that the offensive firework performance. I
Especially
thought it
after
might.
last week.
Yeah, I thought it might be last week. It didn't happen. Back home against a lesser team, just go ahead and
Yeah.
run away with one on offense. So
Cool. Anything else to touch on the Lions?
that's it. I think.
Cool. All right, so we're going to go into something different. Instead of doing our top five, because really everyone's top five is the same, we're not really giving you too much there. We're going to do something new. It's going to call the NFL Playoff Graphic Watch. So you always know that graphic that comes up. Who's leading the divisions, who is in the wild card race, and do I have the divisions? There we go, in case you guys need them. All right, so we're going to go through on who you think is going to win each division and who you think is going to be the wild card. So we will start in the AFC to start everything off, and we are going to start in the AFC East. Who do you think we could just, rip it through? Who do you think is going to win the AFC East? That is the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots.
The Bills are going to run away.
Yeah, Bills run away with it.
Run away with that one.
Agreed. I think all three, the other three teams are pretty much dead. I think the Dolphins have a pulse as long as Tua is not concussed. But I think that division's dead.
Yeah, it's already.
Already set in stone. All right, going to the AFC West, we have the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. 9-0 Chiefs, pretty easy cakewalk here. They're going to win it. You guys got anything else?
They win that division.
Yeah.
I think Raiders are dead. Chargers, Broncos still in the mix. Two pretty good teams with some football left.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC South.
Also dead.
Yeah, I mean, one's got to come out of there. You got the Texans and Colts that are probably going to be the ones in there.
This
Tennessee Jags are
think
toast.
maybe the only surprise here is that Jacksonville's as bad as they are, but we expect the Texans to run away with that division. They're Anthony Richardson, Will Levis starting your seasons. You're not going to have a winning record. So
Yeah, I mean, so Texans. You got anything else, Duff? You same
I
boat?
mean, the only question mark is Joe Flacco. Does he do it with another team?
Yeah, I think that's.
I think Houston wins the division. but-
Can the Colts make a run? I mean, this is similar to where the Browns were last year, right?
my answer is no.
And then the last.
My answer was no last year,
Yeah, I
but
mean-
Yep.
with the Browns.
And then we got the AFC North, which is just it's the North, man. You got Steelers technically in first in that division because they are 7-2. The Ravens are 7-3. The Bengals are 4-6, which they've lost 2 games by
and Burrow's throwing for 500 plus.
500 for 5 tutties. And then the Browns. Browns are dead.
Browns are dead.
Who do you got winning that division?
I think the Ravens win that division still.
Yep, Ravens. Props to the Steelers, but
I have the Ravens as well. They're just too good of a team.
They play each other this weekend.
I think the Steelers are literally here because of coaching.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
100%.
Also, Russ is a winner,
Well,
right?
Russ is playing well.
and he's playing good football right now.
Playing good football right now.
Okay, who do you have? So that's our division leaders. I know we mentioned a bunch. Who, if you want to rank them, 1, 2, 3. Who is
I'll just tell
your
you my
top
7.
wild cards?
I'll just tell you my 7 teams going in.
Okay.
KC, Ravens, Buffalo, Denver, Houston, the Chargers, and Pittsburgh.
I got one different one.
So you have Pittsburgh, Chargers,
Mm-hmm.
Denver.
I have
Wild
Pittsburgh,
cards.
Chargers, and I got the Bengals
I do too.
finding a way.
I have
just
I
don't believe in Denver.
I have the Bengals hitting that second wild card because I think that they're solid team.
Well, my thing is even the way it's shaping up. I know they thought they had to go on some crazy run, and they lost. I think 9-8 probably gets in the wild card.
Yep.
Can they go 5-2 in their last? I'm looking at their schedule. I think they can.
They played right. They played the Ravens twice already, right?
Yep.
So it's like they absolutely can.
Yep. So that's my thing, and they play the Broncos later this year at home.
Mm-hmm.
So if it ends up coming down, I mean, let's be honest, who are you taking? Bengals, Broncos at Cincinnati. I'm taking Joe Burrow.
And-
So that's December 29th.
And Joey B, man, if he's healthy,
yeah.
he's playing good. I mean, he's a solid quarterback in the league. So
Yeah. So I think
so
Bengals
pretty-
find a way.
yeah, so pretty similar there. Duff had the Broncos, we had the Bengals. But yeah, pretty same there. This one I think is going to be challenging. This NFC, we'll run through again. NFC East. I think this is a 2-man race here. You got the Manders, you got the Eagles. I have the Eagles
I have the
winning
Eagles.
this division.
They got hot.
I do too.
They're hot. They're playing well, and I think the Manders are still playing well as well. I just think that the Eagles are going to edge them out.
I hope they don't, but I got the Eagles.
NFC West, that is probably the hardest one to pick. Seahawks, Rams, Niners, Cardinals.
They're all kind of good, but they're all kind of suck.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Niners
Really
find
weird.
a way.
You think so?
Yeah, McCaffrey's back. You're going to start to see him playing a little bit better football, and also I just don't believe in the Cardinals. So
I don't believe in the Cardinals, but I do believe in the Rams. I think the Rams find a way.
To win the division?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like they're going to all play each other, and it's all going to work out.
yep.
I'm in your boat, Kelly. With CMC back, he is the, I mean, he's
the
how
catalyst.
that's the start of that offense, and everything runs through him.
Purdy plays better. With him.
Yeah, they do, and they're all getting healthy, right? I mean, everyone gets hurt during the season, but they were depleted early
And
on.
the same way I feel about the Eagles.
Yeah.
I hope they don't.
Yeah.
I would love for it. I mean, regardless of record, regardless of how they've looked this season, if we're looking at it from the Lions scope, would I rather play the Cardinals or the Rams or the Seahawks in the playoffs or the 49ers? I'd rather not play the 49ers. But
Unless you're going from a
and I know the Rams
revenge game type situation.
honestly, and the way the Rams have played us is the only other reason that I give them that respect of possibly winning that division, because they're the next team that I would like to play the least.
Mm-hmm.
I love Cardinals. Run away with it. Win,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please win. So, we'll fucking beat the brakes off
Yeah.
them.
Then we got probably one of the worst divisions in the league, the NFC South. Someone's got to win. Who do you have coming out of there?
This one was tough.
I think it's two teams, right? And it's really, when can Tampa get healthy, and how many games can they win without their receivers?
And that's Tampa. I mean, bro, Tampa. Baker Mayfield
I
been
know.
putting the team on his back.
That's like he's been playing such good football and doing
They
every.
they deserve
thing
so much
possible.
better than 4-6.
I know.
You think
do.
they beat the Lions?
Mm-hmm.
They lost
in
to the
Detroit,
Chiefs.
too.
They lost to
Like-
the Chiefs in OT where he didn't get a shot.
Yeah.
They lost in the last second to the 49ers on a field goal. They lost to the last play of the Falcons. They lost close to the Ravens. Like, he's doing everything. They lost to the Falcons again in overtime.
Yeah.
They beat the brakes off the Eagles. Like,
He may
they
have
beat
had,
the Commanders too.
He
Like,
may have had one of the best plays from a quarterback this year. Stiff arming Joey Bosa.
You see Bosa cheesing during that play, too?
It was such a good play.
I know. Sick play.
Yeah, and again, yeah, so props to Baker and like the Buccaneers. I mean, they beat us. They're our only loss. Am I scared to play them in the playoffs? No, but you look at that division. It's like it's tough without the receivers, but it's like, man, they're the team that I would fear the most out of that division. But that being said, Atlanta's going to win it.
Yeah, I think Atlanta wins it.
I think because Atlanta beat them both times, they have to be a full game up on them.
Yep,
And I just,
and that's it.
Well, I mean, I think Mike Evans probably comes back the next 2 or 3 weeks.
right, I agree.
But Godwin's out for the year. Right
Right.
now, he's throwing to corpses and K. Dotton.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, you're not wrong.
But
props.
they
to
have two
Baker.
good running backs. Rashad White and Bucky Irving are two good running backs.
I mean, my biggest thing is with the injury, is Evans going to hit 1,000 yards?
Probably not.
right now.
Sad.
It is sad, but I mean, he's getting old, man. At some point, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
How about the NFC North? What do you got there?
I'm getting there. Relax. NFC North.
We are the kings of the North.
Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears. Honestly, this is the best division in football still.
Yep.
Vikings are 7-2. Packers are 6-3. Lions are 8-1. Bears are trash.
They finally found reality.
Got the Lions. Let's talk about wild cards. What you got?
Oh, man. This is tough. I think the Niners probably from that West division because I said the Rams were going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go with the Niners. They find a way to get right, which leaves the Cardinals out, which is tough because they're playing really good football right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Commanders, the Vikings, and the Packers. I know the Vikings, the Packers, both in our division. They both have tough schedules the rest of the way, but they've just built enough of a head start that, I mean, even the Packers could go, 500 the rest of the way, and they're still in the playoffs. So, I think ultimately those are my three. I think
Packers.
I have the Cardinals falling off completely.
What did I say? Oh, I have my other two teams are Packers and Commanders.
Packers, Commanders, and Niners.
Yes.
So we all have Manders. I think they're going to be that 5 seed. They're going to just miss out because the Eagles are just going to. I hope they don't. I hope the Eagles are a wild card, but
Yeah.
whatever. I think the Cardinals are playing good football, so I'm gonna keep them in there right now. 2 teams out of the West, and I'm gonna take the Packers over the Vikings, just because the Vikings don't. I just feel like a fraud to me.
I think
They do have they have 7 wins already.
that's
so
the thing.
That's,
I'm doing the mathematics on that one, and which one is the biggest fraud? The Vikings. Which one was gonna go one and done in the playoffs? The Vikings. But at 7-2, it's like they got to fucking collapse.
So Vikings have to win what? Call it 3 more games, and they're in.
Yeah.
So they got Tennessee, Bears, Cardinals. That's a toss-up. Atlanta,
Yeah.
Bears again, Seahawks, Packers, Lions. And that Lions game,
Might be a lay down. Yeah, so that's where I'm like,
the math's there for sure.
Minnesota's the best scoring defense in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Defense doesn't typically have bad weeks. You played the Bears twice. Like, you're going to split with the Bears. You're going to beat the... So, I'm just mathematics.
Yeah, Green Bay.
They're going to find a way.
Green Bay also plays the Bears twice, Minnesota once. So those games are going to be big. They play the Saints, the Niners, the Lions, and the Dolphins.
So it's not... as much as the Bears suck and they're out of it, they can still have a say.
They just fired their offense coordinator.
That's when
They can ruin things, but
they still have a say in who makes the playoffs.
did you hear Rodgers talk about that game?
Which one?
Packers, Bears.
No.
He's like, Green Bay still owns that.
Yeah.
I love how he still talks shit to Chicago.
Rodgers is on my shit list after last week.
Yeah. All right.
You still beat me.
Do you want to go to picks or want to do the over-unders? We're going over-unders.
We got those stuff.
Yeah, we got those.
We got to move.
Yeah, we got to move here. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. All right, so we had a perfect week from one of the 3 of us. Put your arm down. It was Duffy. He went 10-10. He hit every single one. Callie went at a fucking great week. Went 8 for 10, which is one of the better weeks, and I went 500.
You did your best.
I did my best.
Listen, you said it when you made the picks last week. This could go 1 or 2 ways.
It's good, and it went the other way. It's fine.
It's getting to the point where this could go one of one way for
Yeah,
you. So.
yeah, it is. It is. So just to go, I'll run through quick. Golf incompletions, he had 15 over Jaden Ivey's assist 3. So that sucked. That was just me that missed that. Lions sack versus Wings final. The Wings only scored 1 goal. The Lions had 4 sacks.
That's
I had
impressive.
to double check that. Duff, only one that got that one.
One of them was by a guy that shit his pants.
Yeah.
That's even more
It
impressive.
was nice to see him on camera, though.
Yeah, it was. And making
Making a
plays.
play.
Making a play. I love it. Red Wings goalie saves, which I thought was going to be a cake for CJ's pass attempts. We only had 17 saves. Only one that missed that. This guy. CJ had 33 pass attempts. Tank Dell's receiving yards was when Nico was out, I was like, all right, we got a chance here.
Yeah.
He sucked. 39 yards. Pistons put up 122. We all got that one correct, though. Monty's carries versus Duran's rebounds. He didn't play, so that was an easy for Monty. Laporta's yards versus the starting 5. This was close.
Way closer than I thought it was. gonna be.
66 receiving yards for Laporta, 79 points for the Pistons. We all got that one right. Gibbs rushing yards over Mixon. I was the only one that took Mixon. Gibbs obviously had 71 to the 46. Lions interceptions to Larkin goals. Fucking Larkin, he still put up a goal every time we put him on here. You're the only one that took Larkin. 2 picks on the day. Lions touchdown, defense or special teams. I took them to get one. You guys did not. They did not have one. And J-Mo's receiving yards versus Goff's completion percentage. 50 and 53 yards.
Wow.
So just snuck by.
You did say it was going to be close, but you thought it was going to be more
Like in the
towards
70s.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, that was fun. It was a good time. So this week we have obviously the Pistons playing the Raptors on Friday. That's the game that we will be doing. The Red Wings playing the Ducks on Friday. Both are away games. And then obviously we have Detroit against the Jags on Sunday. So we got Goff's passing yards versus the total score between the Pistons and Toronto.
Ooh.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Goff's passing yards versus the final added up total between the Pistons Toronto.
I'm going to go total points.
Give me Goff. Have a day. Have a day, Jared.
I'm going to go Goff as well. The next one is Lions sacks versus Red Wings. Just the Red Wings score final.
I'm going Lion sacks again.
Give me them sacks.
Damn it.
I wish there was some liquor around here. I just got a clear to close email on one of the worst deals I've ever had, and I just want to celebrate, but I'll make up for it this
If
weekend.
only there was a cupboard upstairs. Red Wings saves versus whoever the quarterback is, T-Law or Mac Jones, attempts.
Red Wings saves.
Attempts.
I'm going attempts as well.
They're going to get that ass beat.
J-Mo receiving yards versus
Over.
Christian Kirk receiving yards.
Ooh,
J-Mo.
J-Mo. I think he hits a big one.
Yeah.
Welcome home, J-Mo.
I think so too. I think they're gonna
Reward him for fucking getting his ass kicked
Yeah,
twice
I
against the
agree.
Texans.
Jack Campbell tackles versus Isaiah Stewart's rebounds. Beef stew.
Give me Campbell.
Stewart's averaging about 7.6 rebounds a game.
Ooh,
Campbell.
Campbell. Time for Duran to have a day.
All right, sorry. Campbell.
Campbell.
Campbell soup.
I'm taking Campbell as well. Gibbs. I'm going to do Gibbs receiving yards versus Cade's points.
Cade's points.
Ooh. Gibbs breaks one.
All he needs is one. That's the thing here.
Cade.
I'm going to take
God.
I'm taking Gibbs.
Fuck. Give me. Nah. Gibbs. Give me Gibbs. Give me Gibbs.
All right, Monty's rushing yards versus Travis Etienne's rushing yards.
Ooh. Monty gets back on track.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I don't know if you saw our run defense last week.
This is screaming a Monty game, right?
Side note, anybody see the DJ Reader tweet this week? So, I think it was Ryan Clark said pregame that fantasy owners put Joe Mixon in your lineup. He's going to have a day. DJ Reader quote tweeted it after the game with the guy just looking like really? Didn't work out so well.
Love that.
Was I supposed to have lunch with a lender today?
You're late, man. Doesn't look like you're going to make
Oh,
it to
fuck.
that.
I was at noon.
Well, let them know that we still got a few more picks to do.
Yeah.
Oops.
My bad, dude. All right, I got
If you listen to the podcast.
St. Brown TD versus Dylan Larkin goal. That could be a push.
Larkin.
Who are they playing? Doesn't matter. I don't know anything about hockey.
Ducks.
Ducks fly together. We're going Monty. Or St. Brown.
Oh,
That's a DJ Reader. Georgian.
that it went away, but I saw it
shit.
for just a second. Will there be a defensive touchdown?
No.
Defense special teams touchdown, sorry.
Yes.
Ooh, Kelly.
Feeling a little frisky.
If Mac Jones plays, there will be a defensive touchdown.
Lions interception versus Jalen Duran assists.
Boo. Duran.
Darn.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Let's hit it.
Jumping into the picks. Last week, Kelly and I both went 5-3. Josh went 4-4, bringing our totals. I am 37-29. Kelly is 32-33. Josh is 33-32.
Fuck.
Kelly right there nipping at the heels. Let's jump off to a great Thursday night football game 2 weeks in a row. Eagles at Manders. I'm sorry, it might be reversed. Eagles are favored by 3.5.
I'm going to go with my heart here. Give me the Manders.
Josh?
I wasn't paying attention. Manders. Sounds good.
Manders on the board. All right, I did, since Michigan is not playing, I threw game of the week, which is Kansas City at Buffalo. Kansas City are dogs, +2. This is the week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Buffalo wins by a field goal.
it's tough for me because I've been toting all year that Buffalo are kind of haven't played anybody good. KC's been squeaking by, but I feel Buffalo in this one. They find a way.
You both took Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take KC.
I don't love it.
I want KC to lose.
Jumping into Sunday night, Bengals plus 1.5 at the Chargers. I'm taking the Bengals.
Yeah, I got to.
Yep, got it. They got to win.
Yeah.
They got to make them the wild card. They got to win.
And an ugly Monday night football game, which I'm sure at the start of the season wouldn't have saw that. Houston at Dallas, minus 7.5 Houston.
Houston fucking throttles them. And I only say that because
Two of us for Houston.
I watched Cooper Rush last week.
Boy, did he look
if
horrendous.
If Dak was in, man, then you'd have.
It's Trey Lance time, baby.
They're just so bad.
He's out for the season, too.
You got to take Houston.
Yeah, they shut Dak down for the year. He's getting surgery on that hammy.
All right,
They
let's
want
jump
Sidor
over
and,
to Saturday since Michigan is not playing. This is, I don't understand the spread.
At least it's a night game. They won't have to deal with the sun.
Michigan
Cowboys.
State at Illinois. Spartans are 2.5-point dogs. I'm taking Illinois.
Give me Illinois.
I'll take him as well.
All right, Wings tonight against the Penguins. Over, under 6.5.
Under.
I'm going under.
I'm not into fun. I'm an under too.
All right. Again tonight, another Detroit team.
Josh's spirit is broken.
The Stones at the Bucks going to play Giannis plus 5.5 Pistons. They're covering in a lot of games.
I'm taking the Pistons this week.
Ooh,
Bucks suck.
Our young fellas, back-to-backs don't phase them. Travel days don't phase them.
I'm in. Let's go.
Give me the Stones. Let's keep going.
That's 3 on the Stones. This could be an ugly week for us all because we're all pretty much unanimous except one game. Josh took KC. And holy fuck this spread. The Jaguars come into the Lions, and the Lions are 13-point favorites
Holy
in the
shit.
fucking NFL.
Last time we were in a situation like this, I picked against the Lions, and I paid for it. So give me the Lions.
17 men. They're gonna win by.
I got a spy minus 30.5. So
And
I'll
that's
take
going to wrap
17.
up our picks. We are all on the Lions. Kelly, go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
lock and dog of the week, baby. So last week, the only one of us that got one of these as a win was Josh. Yeah, he stole one there. We both lost the Falcons. I lost the Lions by a half point. Duff lost the Bucks as his lock. I lost the Jets, I lost the Jets as my dog. Lion is my lock. Josh won with the Steelers, winning by 1 point against the Commanders. So moved us all three of us. All three of us are tied again on the season, locks and dogs. So let's see. Josh got the only win last week. Start us off. Who's your dog?
Dog. I'm gonna take the Colts over the fucking Jets.
Okay.
Shitheads.
Josh got the Colts as his dog.
I got the Bengals as my dog at the Chargers.
Bengals. Let's see. My dog is the Falcons. They're getting 2.5 points at Denver. So
Nice.
I'm going with them. And then my lock is the Packers.
It's a good lock. I was going to do that, but I know Josh has that as well, so I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with the Ravens as my lock at Pittsburgh.
Ooh, tough one. That's a battle right there.
I love that game.
They're just going to show they're the best team in the division.
So you got the Ravens.
Yeah,
Josh,
I got the Packers.
Packers?
I didn't find a better one.
Yeah, and it's just
It's the one that I looked at and I'm just like,
it's just a combination of us respecting the Packers and not
Hating
respecting
him.
Chicago. So
Nobody
it's
respects
tough.
the
100%.
Yeah, look
Nobody
at that.
respects the Bears. But hey, if you're still listening, thank you. We appreciate y'all. That's going to wrap us up for episode 11 of the Tailgate Talks. We'll see you guys.
Hopefully we
next
all
week.
hopefully all make it to episode 12.
We might
You
see
never
you
know what
next week.
happens in
We'll
Mexico.
see if we stay in Mexico. Until then, go blue. And as always, forward down the field, go Lions. See you guys.
So I keep the bills up in my heart, all the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge.